When it comes to the get up, we have some stability exercises that we can utilize. This is going to be our kettlebell armbar. We've got some progressions that we're going to run through. So our kettlebell armbar is excellent for giving our clients awareness of where the bell is in space and time. So the first armbar that we're going to look at, Matt's in this position, he's in the fetal position, the same as the start of his get up. From there, he's going to roll onto his back. The bell's going to be on his chest and his legs are out straight. I'm going to get Matt to press the bell up so it's over his chest. And from there, as a coach, I'm going to be on the side that the bell is on. I want to be close to the bell, but I don't want to be touching the bell. It'll throw the client right out. Now, in this position, the bell is in Matt's eye line, so he has a visual stimulus as to where the bell is. So I can get Matt to do some internal and external rotations. So he's getting a feel, oh, the bell's in a little bit of a different position, sat on the back of the wrist, as compared to being straight over the top when you look at dumbbells and other sorts of training mediums. So that's our first armbar progression. Our second bell armbar progression, I'm going to get Matt to take his unloaded arm up next to his ear. I'm going to get him to bend the loaded knee, and then he's going to drop the loaded knee over the unloaded leg. His eyes now go forward. So in this position, he doesn't have any visual stimulus. He has to focus on what the joint is actually telling him as far as joint position goes. Again, as a coach, I'm going to be right near the bell, but not on it. I'm making sure, like we did with our rack position, that the kettlebell or the wrist is in a flat or neutral position. Matt does some internal and external rotations again. Beautiful. A little more challenging. We then go into progression number 3. Matt's going to straighten that bent leg and drop his hip down to the ground. This is a challenging position. You've got to have great mobility for it. I am a little mobility challenged, so that's why Matt's doing this position. From there, same thing again. Matt rotates internal and external, and he's really relying on feedback from that shoulder joint to where the bell is. Excellent. The final position, Matt can come back to a little more neutral on that hip. And then from there, I'm going to get him to perform a few repetitions of a press. So he pulls the elbow down to just outside the body, keeping that wrist nice and neutral. And then whoop, he drives that bell back up again. He pulls it down and whoop, he drives the bell back up again. As a coach, I'm close to the bell, but what am I not doing? Correct, touching it. From there, I get Matt to bring the leg back over across the top. Arm comes back down to the side. Both hands come to the bell. He pulls the bell down to his chest, rolls over, back into that start position, that fetal position. And then from there, he could halo the bell around the top of his head. Beautiful. And now he's on the other side. Never pick a bell up and carry it across your face. Always halo it around the head, because if you drop it, you don't want it landing right in your teeth or in your front row. That is our kettlebell armbar. Progressions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't do them all in the same hit. We'd either start with 1. If your client's got the capacity, we could do 2, 3, and 4, and so on.